Okay, here we are, finally. We've got a great show today with one of my favorite North Redondo Beach businesses, SewCreativeCafe. And so we're going to have Joyce, I spelled Joyce's name wrong, Joyce Zappellini joining us. Hi, Christina. Hey, Danny. Thanks for joining us. Sorry, we got a little bit of a late start. Totally my fault. There she is. Hang on, Joyce.
Hi!
Joyce, hi! Hey!
Hi!
Look at you
We
with
did it!
your festive mask on.
Yes.
Christina is on watching us, and she says hi.
Christina! Hi, Christina.
Thank you for modeling your mask, Joyce.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm thrilled
Yeah,
to be here.
yeah. So
Yes.
let me introduce you to everybody. This is our show on NRBBA Small Biz Live. I'm Mickey Marafino with Mickey M Marketing, and I serve on the board of directors for the NRBBA. And Joyce Zappellini is the owner of SewCreativeCafe in North Redondo Beach, which is one of my favorite businesses. And today, Joyce is here to tell us all about her fabulous business and what's going on right before the holidays. Welcome, Joyce.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Delighted to be here.
So tell us a little bit about how you got started. Like, where did
Sure.
Sew Creative Cafe come from?
So Creative Cafe started in 1989, actually, as a business called So Fun, So Easy.
Okay.
And I started teaching there. And eventually, I bought the business from her. It was a very small place that we were in. So I moved over here to Aviation and Artesia. And she wanted to keep the name, so I changed it to So Creative Cafe, which I thought was kind of cute. We serve creativity here. Not,
Totally creative. I was going to ask you about the name because it's very cute. It is. You're right.
oh, thank you.
How did you come up with that?
Yeah. Um, and initially we thought maybe we'd serve coffee as well while people were sewing, but it just didn't fly well with getting our okay from Redondo Beach. But we kept the name because I just liked it, you know? I thought it's cute. We serve creativity. So
Yeah, yeah. I love it.
that's where it came from.
I love
Yeah.
it. So tell us a little bit about what happens at So Creative Cafe.
Well, mostly, for the most part, over the last 16 years that I've been here in this location, um, I've been teaching sewing classes primarily to kids, but to adults as well. And of course, things have changed slightly.
Right.
For a while, I just completely shut down. And then I started making masks. Go figure. I love sewing, so making masks was a great thing. And I'm so thankful that I had something that could bring some income in. And eventually, it became safe to have some classes, small classes. Let me show, whoa, sorry, I'm wobbly on this. Let me show you
Okay.
where the sewing machines are.
Oh,
And
great.
people that have been here sewing will recognize this, except now they're spaced further apart. And we wear masks when I'm doing classes. I have adult classes as well. And that's and I have to tell you, we also do custom embroidery. Back there, way back there is the big embroidery machine, and my husband does the embroidery. These are some of the stockings and things, a chef coat that we
Oh,
did, and
wow.
some Christmas stockings that we personalized for people.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's a big thing right now this time of year.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
Hmm.
so you also you're selling the mask too, right?
Yeah, I'm selling the masks. I have quite a few that are ready-made, and I also can make them up to I can make them up for people if they have specific requests. I have a lot of them here
Oh, they're
that
beautiful.
I have adult sizes and kid sizes. And of course, I made them
How
all.
much are
And
they?
the adult masks are $12, and the kids masks are 10.
Okay.
Um, yeah, they're made from 100% cotton, uh, very quality
And they're
masks, and
washable.
they're washable
Okay. And I
and
love the fact that
reusable.
you make them for the holidays. So I saw that you had
Yeah,
Halloween mask and now you've got
I know. I have
Christmas
some
mask,
Hanukkah ones and some
Hanukkah.
Christmas ones. Yes, and actually, I kind of been selling out of the Christmas ones, so I'm making more.
Good, good. And
Hey,
then
sorry
and
about
you're
that.
also selling stockings too, right?
I'm selling stockings. These are some of the wall hangings that I've made over years that I
Wow.
love to make, and I've sold some of those.
And that's quilting,
'Cause
right?
these are quilted. Yes, I love quilting. So any opportunity to do quilting, and I'm there. The stockings that I've made are over here on the table. These are some that are ready made.
So
And
somebody could buy the stocking and then have it have custom embroidery on it.
correct. Yes, correct. And as well as I can make them personalized, like Hello Kitty.
Okay.
And I even have a Hanukkah one because I know there are people that need those.
Yep.
Yep. So that's that's primarily it. Although I I I love to sew, so whatever,
And then you
whatever I can do.
also, I saw you also have crochet and knitting classes.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I do. I teach crocheting and knitting. I've been knitting since I was, I don't know, a kid. And so I love knitting. And I knitted the sweater I'm wearing,
Oh, wow, that's beautiful.
which is one of my favorite things. I'm glad it's cold enough now to wear sweaters again.
Right.
And yes, and I love crocheting too as well. So yeah, it's fun. It's
So
fun
you,
for me. And
we were talking about the exceptional experience that your customers have when they come to So
yeah.
Creative Cafe. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, um, most most of the kids, it's really quite remarkable. Most of the kids that come to sewing um, really want to be here. A lot of times, kids nowadays, a lot of them want to be fashion designers, and of course, sewing is challenging. It's challenging anyway. It's a really tough industry.
Right.
But the little girls, especially little girls, but I have boys that come too. They love to come, and I most of the time they would stay all day if they could.
That's
And
so fun.
the adults, most of them, they had maybe someone who sewed in their life, their mother, their grandmother, but they didn't learn. I couldn't have learned from my mother. I learned in high school a dynamic between my my mother and I just did not allow for good learning. So I really appreciate that I have, the kids listen to me. There's not that same dynamic there.
Right.
And I really want to teach them. I'm not just, oh, let's make a project. It's more like I really want you to learn how to sew and how to do it well and how to carry it on in your life. So that's my philosophy. And I want them to think about what they're doing so that they actually it's getting into their brain and their understanding. Because
Right. Right.
it's like learning a new language, sewing. It really is.
You know,
Reading patterns and stuff.
I'm a huge fan of Project Runway.
Oh, me too.
I don't really sew. I mean, I've tinkered with it a little bit and I had a sewing machine
Uh-huh.
a long time ago, but I am just so fascinated with the creativity and then the
Yes.
fact that they make their own patterns, all different
Oh
body
my gosh.
sizes. I mean, it is a science. It really is.
Oh my gosh. Yes, it is. I mean,
You have to know
and the
math.
pressure they're under.
Yeah.
And when they come out of that, wow, that's awesome. I love that show. Yes.
Well, Joyce, you have a big fan club watching today live. We have 9 people watching
Awesome.
live right now. And
Yay.
Sandia is making a comment. She said Joyce taught her daughter and her friends how to sew. Sandia Johnson.
Yes. Sammy.
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 Yeah.
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 Who's now a teenager. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And you know, that happens, you know, like I've had a couple, at least 2 of my adult students that were my students when they were kids.
Hmm.
And then, of course, life took over and they did other things, but uh, then they wanted to learn more. So they come back now as adults to learn more. There's so much you can learn about sewing. It's endless.
Your Danny House is on and said hi from Seattle.
Oh, Danny!
Yeah.
Hi.
Okay.
Oh, thank you for coming on.
And we've got a mom here who says my son really enjoys the classes, and I can
Oh,
see now how sewing. There's so many male designers in
yes.
fashion. I can see how that would be really huge for young boys too.
Yes, 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 yes. I had a little boy when he was 6 come to learn to sew, and he's now a designer with his own brand. He lives in Manhattan Beach.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, Matthew Sarafa. Some people probably know him.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
We have Shannon Blaney says she's watching from
Shannon.
France.
Oh, my sweet niece in Prince George.
Yeah. And you're originally
Awesome.
from Canada, right?
I am from Canada. I'm from the Vancouver area. Yes.
And then
Yeah.
I'm from the East Coast, and you, like me, I was
Yeah.
reading, the weather really attracted you to California.
Yes. Yes. My joints. I had a skiing accident in my 30s,
Mm.
and the rain in Vancouver was hard to deal with because I had knee issues all the time, and thankfully they've lessened a lot being here, although they're starting up again with old age.
We've got Maria, Matthew, and Harrison are
Oh,
watching, and they said they can't wait for the
yay.
winter classes.
Yes, I'll have some workshops over the winter break for kids to come and sew for 5 hours a day. And they usually love it, bring a lunch, and then they just get to sew to their heart's content. And of course, around Christmas time, they like to make Christmas gifts. So that's fun for them.
So, how many students with the COVID pandemic environment for safe classes? How many students can you have at one time?
Well, I restrict it to 4 to 5,
Hmm.
like usually 4, but I can squeeze in a 5th one. And sometimes if they're depending on what they're doing, we can stay separated. And we wear masks, and we keep our distance. But of course, I have to get up close sometimes. But we're all wearing masks, and I keep the place clean and sanitized. I have my favorite sanitizers, so you know. We're good.
Jane is here. Joyce helped me with the
Jane.
quilting project.
Oh, Jane. Jane and I have been friends for such a long time, and she's making masks herself now.
Well, I have some friends who have sewing machines who jumped in to help right at the beginning of the pandemic making masks
Yes,
too. I mean, that
yes,
was that there's still such a need for it. And
yes.
frankly, I don't think any of us felt like it was going to last this long, but
No, we
we
didn't.
need more masks. Everybody does.
We
And
do.
I actually call
Absolutely.
them face warmers now because when I go out
Yeah.
walking in the morning, I like to have my, it's like keeps my face covered. Kind of
Yes,
nice.
yes, yes, yes. And I think we're going to need to wear them even after vaccines. I've heard we're going to have to wear them for quite a while just to be safe.
Right,
We just don't know.
right, right.
But we'll get through this eventually.
So if people want to buy, I love experiences as holiday gifts. So if people
Oh,
want to
yes,
buy classes as a holiday gift, how do they do that?
yes. I do have gift certificates.
Okay.
People can do them over the phone if they want, and I can mail them out, or they can come in. Um, I'm not super busy right now, so it's not fearful to come in, and there won't be a lot of people here. But yeah, call me for sure, and I'll be happy to accommodate whoever I can
What are
in that
do you
regard.
have regular hours there?
Well, the hours now really kind of depend on the classes.
Okay.
I'm usually here. I'm here Tuesday through Saturday, unless I have workshops, which I do sometimes. But I'm here Tuesday through Saturday. I'm usually here 10:30 in the morning till at least 5, and then some evenings I have adult classes, so I'm here later.
Okay. Okay. Um,
And I'm closed Sunday and Monday usually.
okay. You need a break too, right?
Yeah, I do. I do.
So if people want to get any custom embroidery for the holidays, how long does it take to get that so they can plan for
Well, we're getting quite a lot coming in now, so certainly the sooner the better. My husband is doing them as quickly as possible, but they do take
it?
time. People don't realize, it's not just like whip it in and it's done. It takes some time to do it, and he has to work on the computer with it. So if you want things personalized, which we're happy to do, because it's so fun to get a personalized gift, yeah, come in as soon as possible.
So a week, give a week's notice?
Yeah, lately he's been able to do them within 2 to 3 days.
Oh, great, great. Okay,
Yeah,
good to know.
as long as he keeps on top of it, it's pretty good.
And
Yeah.
you can actually embroider logos too, right?
Yes,
Okay.
if they have certain logos that need to be, he would have problem. Sometimes has to digitize them. He can do that.
Okay.
Which, yeah, and then he can. Yeah, we actually do a lot of scrubs for the medical association, so
Oh, okay.
that's kind of tided us over through this pandemic as well, luckily. So
Oh, okay, okay. Um,
yeah.
and so tell us all where you're located.
Yes. Okay. My address is 1726 Aviation Boulevard. It's in the little shopping center at the corner of Aviation and Artesia. I'm right next to Rite Aid in the corner by the palm tree. And yeah, I have a website, which is SewCreativeCafe.com, SEW creativecafe.com. And I'm on Instagram as Joyce, So Creative Cafe. And what else? Well, on Facebook, sure,
Right. And
for
they
sure.
someone's saying right now that you made over 200 masks that were donated to preschools
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
and
Yes,
homes.
thank you.
So you've been doing, a lot of volunteer work too, pretty much during the
Yeah,
pandemic.
a little bit. Yeah, yeah,
Great, great.
sure. Yeah. And another thing that I've done over the years, which has kind of slowed down now, is I like to make quilts for a charity called My Stuff Bags,
Hmm.
which donates bags to children that go into foster care. This foster care has always kind of got me in the heart.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I save up my scraps. I'm a fabric hoarder, so I have
Let's
to do
see. I
something
want
with all those
to show
scraps.
us your fabric because you have so much
Oh
fabric.
yeah, I
It's
have a whole bunch of I have lots of fabric for sale right now too.
oh, that's good
Let
to
me
know.
walk out there.
That's good to know.
Yeah, yes, yes, I have quite a bit of fabric here for
Oh, wow,
sale,
it's beautiful.
and I have a few kits of things to make gingerbread men, a Christmas tree. Oh, these are a couple of quilts that I made, wall hanging quilts,
Wow.
um, Christmassy ones,
Yeah.
and I have some up above. And so I love to sell them, and I love to. And there's some more fabric over here, and some supplies over here. I'm not a full-on fabric store by any means, but
But you
I
have,
do
yeah,
have,
a little bit
you know,
because people can buy it when they're taking the sewing lessons, right?
right. And, we used to have the cotton shop down the street,
Right.
which sadly
Didn't make,
is a big hole in our hearts, our sewing hearts.
yeah.
But, people used to be able to go and buy stuff, and they can't do that anymore.
Right. Right.
This is a quilt up on the wall. Oops, how can I do this? There, I made of my parents' wedding picture. It's got
Wow.
3,000 little pieces of fabric. I worked on it in the computer and
Oh
then
my gosh.
sewed it together. Yeah, I love doing that too. That's time consuming
Yeah.
though.
That is fabulous. It looks like a portrait, like a black and white portrait.
Yeah, yeah, it was. Yeah, sepia actually it was.
Well, Joyce, I have to tell you, since we started Instagram Live, Small Biz Live, we've never had this many people watching live. I mean,
Oh,
you
yay.
have a huge fan club, which says a lot
Oh,
about your
thank you
business.
guys.
It really does.
I sent out a bunch of messages last night and this morning because I like you're going to be upset if you don't know that you could watch this.
Right. And I
Yeah.
have to tell you, the comments that are coming in are just so heartfelt, and there's so much
Oh,
gratitude because, you know, you make such a difference in people's lives. And we're so thankful that you're in North Redondo, and you're one of the biggest gems we have in North Redondo. So
oh, thank you
you.
so much,
Thank you for
Mickey.
everything you do. You've
I
helped me.
love living here.
Yeah. You've helped me with my lobster costume,
Oh, yes, your lobster costume. Yes,
and
yes,
other
yes.
projects. So I personally am very grateful too. And I wish you and Michael a very, very happy holiday.
Thank you.
And
Thank
thanks
you
for
so
being
much.
with
And
us.
to you too, and everyone that's on. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful, safe holiday. Please stay safe.
Yep, you too. Bye, Joyce.
Okay, bye.